And I'm back in the Reboot kitchen, and I'm joined by a superstar in the vegan world today. Allende, you are, what I've been told, mate, a man who has never, ever had any animal.
That is correct.
Your whole lifetime, right?
That is correct. I am a lifelong vegan.
And you have a website, which is ieatgrass.com, so check that out.
All right.
So what I've asked our expert to come down and show us here is there are things like this, and you go, well, how do you prepare this?
So the first thing I do is really easy. It's just like you pop a top off of a beer. Pop that guy off
cool.
right there. Then you take a nice sharp knife, cut the top right off, like that, right?
Right.
Come around, cut the bottom off, just like that. Take your knife, and you're just gonna run it down the side. You don't wanna waste too much, just like that.
Yep.
And it'll have a little bit of this on it, but that's fine. I mean, it's part of the fruit, you know?
Where did you learn how to do this? What was your inspiration to get cracking in this sort of world?
I also grew up in a family of chefs and vegans, so we cooked a lot. And so it's just something that I was exposed to, and then I started working as a chef very young. So this is where we are. We have a whole pineapple here.
Right.
All right, it went from that to this. So then we're gonna cut it right down the middle. Take that guy out, do another one. One more. Lay it down. Beautiful, right?
Wow.
There you go.
You've sliced and diced that one.
Perfect
Perfection.
pineapple.
And you left the core in too.
I love the core. You know, I like the core. It adds a little bit of texture.
Yeah.
Some people will
Crunchy.
take it out. Yeah, a little crunchiness to it. I like it. You know, it's good. It's like it's a part of the seed. So that's where a lot of the good nutrients and the
Right.
good stuff in the fruit is. All right, so then I'm gonna take this pomegranate, right? You cut it in half.
Okay.
Nice and juicy. And then I'm gonna just cut it one more time. And then we're gonna move it over here to our water.
Oh, this is interesting. So you put in the water.
And I'm just gonna break it apart with my hands, like that, right?
Got it. Yep.
In the water. You see the white pithy stuff floats to the top.
Yep.
The
yep,
seeds
yep.
go to the bottom,
Okay.
and there you go.
So that's the way we separate it.
That's the way you separate it. Then you can just go to sort of toss them into your fruit salad. There you go.
That's genius.
There you go. A couple more. All right. Now that we have all this fruit, I am going to make us a lovely fruit salad. I have some honeydew here,
Right.
which we've already.
Honeydew. We've chopped all that up.
Pineapple.
Yep.
Some grapes. And all that.
Love
out
the
there.
grapes.
Yeah. Some watermelon. Love watermelon. It's a nice little summer salad, and then I want to put the pomegranate seeds on top. Now,
Okay. Cool.
I know you know a lot about this, but you know, a lot of times what people miss about trying to lose weight is cutting out the sugar.
Yeah.
So, you know, we'll take this fruit salad and say, oh, I'm gonna dump like 3 spoons of sugar over it, and that's gonna make it awesome. But what you can do is you go back to nature, right? Get an orange. Orange, naturally sweet.
Yeah. Looks
So I
pretty
just
good.
take this,
Right.
just run it right over the
Run
top.
the-
There you go.
Fantastic. What do you say to people who say, oh, I'm not going to eat so much fruit because it's got too much sugar in it?
Well, you know what I say is, if you're going to take in sugar, it should be in a natural form.
Yeah.
You shouldn't, you know, if you're going to cut sugar out, yes, cut out the refined sugar, cut out the white sugar, cut out the brown sugar, cut out all that other processed powdered sugar. Take it in through your carrots, your beets, your fruits, all that stuff, and you have a more balanced intake, and it's the right kind. So let's give this a little
Cool.
taste.
Yeah, let's give that a go. I'm excited about that.
Right. And you can even take the orange before you get done with it, and shave off a little bit of zest to give it a little added kick. Here's a fork for you.
Thank you, sir.
Summer fruit salad.
All right, summer fruit salad. Let's give this a taste.
Let's go. Nice and fresh, right?
Absolutely. Look at all those colours. I mean, all the colours of the fruit and vegetable rainbow. Purples, reds, greens, yellows, oranges.
Get a little,
Wow.
And I love that nutty crunch of the pomegranate seed. Okay, that's my last one.
Well, thanks, mate, for coming down.
Hey, no problem.
Showing us that. That was great. For more of this recipe and others, go to rebootwithjoe.com and check it out. I'm here with Kyle. Kyle's a fabulous instructor, yoga instructor from Yoga Vita here in New York City. All right, so let's get started. What are some of the basics?
The first one is called Tadasana, and it translates to mountain pose. And it's a simple standing posture, but it's very active. Feet are together, feet are pressing down, and the crown of the head is reaching up. The fingertips pull the shoulders from the ears.
So,
Lots of energy.
what do you call it?
I call it Tadasana, mountain pose.
Okay, yeah.
I call it embodying the mountain. You're closing your eyes so you can feel your way in. Press the feet down, and then feel the shins move back, the quadriceps draw up, the low belly pull in to lengthen the tail down, exactly. The collarbones spread apart by the shoulder blades subtly moving together. Now lift from pressing down straight up through the crown. That's perfect. That's your first one.
Now let's go with step number 2.
So the next one, feet are hip distance apart and parallel. Fold forward. So your hands can be wherever is comfortable.
Okay, all right, let me have a go.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll put this down here like this?
Yes.
On my feet together, of course.
No, a little bit apart, right there.
Toes straight.
Yes.
Okay.
Now fold forward and let me check this out.
Fold forward.
Take your hands down.
Yeah.
And that's it. Now move the weight forward in your feet a little so you're not hanging back in the heels. Oh, feel that, right?
Yeah, I got that.
That's it. Let the head go and take 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. We breathe together. It's nice. In and out. Now bend the knees a little. Tuck the chin and press the feet down. Start to roll up to standing. The head will stay heavy. You just stack up. Once you're stacked up, take the head up, take the shoulders up, and then exhale, roll them down and back. Oh, yeah.
I heard about 3 cracks in my back then when I did
That's
that. Was good.
Okay, so the next pose, it's a yoga classic, downward facing dog.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah.
Never done it, but heard about it.
Hands are shoulder width, feet are hip distance, and you basically are making a little inverted V. It's that deep crease at the hips that our forward fold prepares us for. You let the head hang.
Heels off the ground.
Heels are pressing towards the ground, but it's unlikely that they'll be there.
Okay, all right. So I'm going forward like this.
Yes. Now push the floor away with the hands.
Oh, all right, I got you.
To move the weight back towards
I know
the
you're
legs.
there.
Press the shins back in space.
Okay, those hammies
And then
and calves are getting
drive the heels down. This is good. We got to break open your shoulders gently. Inhale.
Okay, inhale.
Exhale. Good. Press stronger and more solid through the hands so that you're lifting energy up, sending it up on the inhales. On the exhales, it goes down the backs of the legs, back into the earth. 2 more rounds of breathing. In and out. In
I'm not sure I'll be able to get back up.
and out. To come out, you're gonna walk your feet up to the hands, back into that forward fold. It's not gonna be easy. Get them up there.
Okay.
And then again, bend the knees, tuck the chin, and we gently roll up, keeping the head and arms heavy, pulling the waist in until the head comes up. You can take the shoulders up again, and then exhale, slide them way down the back. Step your feet together, and we'll finish in mountain pose, just like we started, that strong stance at the front of the mat.
Like that.
Yeah, feet together. Perfect. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, 1. In. Exhale, 2. Good. In. And exhale, 3.
Perfect. Kyle, that was great. I mean, I'll tell you what, if I can do this, anyone can do it. Let me tell you. For more on this and other tips, check out rebootwithjoe.com. What I want to do, as I always do, is finish with my top 5. Today's top 5 is the top 5 rainbow colours of the fruit world. Anyone who's heard me talk or hung around with me long enough knows that I reckon we see in colour because fruits and vegetables are colourful. What do I mean by that? Well, think about horses. They just see in black and white. Dogs and cats, black and white, because they only eat one thing. But for survival, way back when in our evolution process, we developed this ability to see in colour because of the wonderful colour of the fruit and vegetable rainbow. So what I've done is I've chosen my top 5 fruits to give an example of the oranges, the reds, the yellows, the purples, and the greens. So if we come down here close, we can see, if we have a look at this, say, strawberry, let me just give you an example of what I mean by this. Anyone who goes back and remembers their high school classes about learning how light works would know that even though this strawberry looks red, it's actually everything but red. Why? Because the molecular structure that makes up this beautiful strawberry, this harnessed sort of sunlight, it's sort of harnessing all this energy, these micronutrients, these phytochemicals just waiting to be eaten by us, they're absorbing everything but the red. So the red is reflected. So we know that the nutrient density of something, say, like a strawberry versus coming over here to, say, a kiwi fruit, it's different because the light being reflected off this is green. So what I'd love you to do is to think about oranges, purples or blues, greens, yellows and reds. Try and get those into your sort of diet, mix it up. Colourful plate is a better plate. And until next time, for more information, always go to rebootwithjoe.com. And this is Joe Cross signing out from the Reboot Kitchen with a big juice on.